So, who is the FBI's most wanted female terrorist?
So, her name is Assata Shakur. She was born Joanne Chesimard. No, that's her married name. She was a member of the Black Panthers.
Just for the younger view who may not know...
So the Black Panthers were a black liberation organisation in America. They came up at the same time as the civil rights movement. One of the reasons Assata said she...
Quite militant.
Well, that's how they've been characterised.
Yeah.
One of the reasons she said she liked the Black Panthers was because they said, our enemy is not white people, our enemy is imperialism and capitalism. So they had a sort of world perspective. Yeah. She left the Black Panthers when it all started going to meltdown and joined an organisation called the Black Liberation Army. So, Assata was arrested on many occasions for crimes that she was subsequently acquitted of. Right. J. Edgar Hoover had decided that the Black Panthers were his...
The head of the FBI at the time.
Yeah, he was the head of the FBI, sorry. He was the head of the FBI at the time. He decided that the Black Panthers were America's most dangerous organisation. This is during the middle of the Vietnam War. So, and he had encouraged his agents to be creative in finding ways to hunt them down and wipe them out. Assata was a sort of victim of this creativity. She was stopped in a car with two of her colleagues for a taillight that was out. There was a shootout. One police officer died. One was injured. One of the colleagues she was with died, and she was injured. She was accused of killing the officer who died. The FBI ballistics themselves showed that it was highly unlikely that she could have done it. She had been shot under the armpit and through the back, and it was the arm that would have been her shooting arm. Anyway, it went to trial. There were several trials. She had a baby while she was in jail. A baby was taken away from her. She was eventually convicted of this death, of this murder, and has always maintained that...
Because she ended up in Cuba,
She ended up in Cuba. She went to jail. She was broken out of jail in '79.
Is that right? OK,
yep.
I didn't know that.
By some colleagues posing as security guards, and then she disappeared, and then she re-emerged in Cuba in 1985, where she has lived ever since. In 2013, the FBI, in conjunction with New Jersey, which was where the shooting had happened, they match-funded the bounty on her head, so there's now a $2 million bounty on her head.
So she's still wanted... So
she is America's most wanted. 4 days after Trump got into office, Rex Tillerson, his Secretary of State, said, we want our terrorists back.